I didn't even plan this shit. Every time I landed in an earth sign, it was back to building the house. Like the first earth sign was the Taurus, which is the second. The 10th, it's the second. Then it's the 6th, is the 6th, Virgo, and then the 10th house, that's the Capricorn house. Now, when I talked about the second house, Taurus, I talked about actually seeing the wood itself, the first physical of the wood. You know what I'm saying? Like the first physical thing you seen. The earthly shit. You know what I'm saying? Then when I got into the house of Virgo, you actually put the house together. After you creatively came up with the thought coming from the house of Leo, that was the passion house, you actually start putting the house together. You know what I'm saying? Then when we got into the 10th house, that was after you went through the transformative 8th house. Then the 9th house, you got smart. Then the 10th house, you actually built the extra foundation for it won't get built. You built it again. Like I landed in all the earth signs. So the earth signs, the thinkers. You had to think to do that. Then when the air signs came, I landed on all communication. Like all the fucking air signs is the 3rd house, which is the Gemini. The 3rd house. The motherfucking 7th house is the house of Libra, and the 11th house is the house of Aquarius. And when I landed in these houses, the 3rd house is you had to communicate with the wood, the intellectually, whatever, that word, motherfucker. This is urban hood ghetto astrology. You had to communicate and get an intellect on what the wood was. The motherfucking 7th house, you built a relationship with it. A love for it. So it's still communicating. This is the communication all right here. You know what I'm saying? There's no love in a relationship without communication. There's no trust without communication. Venus rules Libra. Come on, man. What the fuck? This shit is coincidence. I didn't plan this shit. And the 11th house is the house of Aquarius. And you communicated with everybody to let them know what you just went through, so they can do the same thing. That's why Aquarius be leaders, and they have a lot of followers because they got insight. But it's just when it's in the houses through the mankind, this is how it got played out. This is how it got played out for one person, for one being. So when it get played out through millions of Aquarius sun signs, it's just they're just taking that energy just straight from the Aquarius house, from already having a foresight. You know what I'm saying? This is how it get played out. So they just appear to know the future, but it's like there's no better zodiac sign than the other. You know what I'm saying? They all have their defaults. They all have their great moments. You know what I'm saying? And then the 12th house. That's the communicators, and the air signs is also the thinkers. So the earth and the airs is the thinkers, and the fire and the waters is the feelers. They just do it in entirely different ways. So that's the motherfucking houses, man. Ghetto astrology, for sure. Air, O's, grams, flights. Dollar the motherfucking pilot, man. Flight boss journey through the motherfucking sky. And next we gonna do we might do planets, or we might do the actual zodiac signs. Yeah, we're gonna do the actual zodiac signs and shit. Flight boss.